Hey everybody, Massachusetts Prepper here. Today I'm doing a shout out video, and that's for Country Prepper. Now he's got his 500 subscriber giveaway going on, and in this giveaway he's got two parts. The first part is for those that just say, I want in, and he's giving away the mother of all survival kits. I know a lot of you have seen them. If you haven't, you need to go by Country Prepper's channel, and there's going to be an annotation somewhere up here, and I will get it down below, I promise. But go by and check out this video, and you will see the mother of all survival kits. It's a nice little condensed kit that has a lot of stuff in it, and it covers a variety of uses. Now the second part of this giveaway is the VR part. And that's for those that have a camera and make videos and want to do a video response and a shout out for his channel. Now, what he wants us to do is show a kit that we have made. And now what you see right here is a kit that I've put together to put in all of my kits. This is a fire kit. It's a fire starting kit. And I found that with everything that I have in here, which isn't a lot of stuff, but I'm able to carry this little kit with me in all of my other kits, and it helps me have all the stuff I need to make a fire. Now, as you can see, it is, it's not that big. It's kind of small. There's my Galaxy S5 laying next to it, and as you can see, the Galaxy S5 would probably fit in the container because it's really just about the same size. So it's not a huge kit, but the stuff that I have in here definitely helps me get a fire going. Now I'm just going to pop this open, and this is a recent addition to my kits. Now what I have in here, we'll get to this piece of tinfoil in just a minute. As you can see, I keep some shavings in here, and these are just from a carpenter pencil. They catch on fire very, very well, and it helps me get my fire going. Now, I keep a small little tube of Vaseline in here. Everybody carries some cotton balls with Vaseline on them. They catch on fire, they burn really well. Well, as you can see, I do have some cotton balls in here, but I don't want the Vaseline on them yet because it'll just be way too messy. Now I do carry an old Bic lighter in here. This one is a new one. I use this for some paracord creations and stuff. That's why we got some melted stuff on there. But that's okay because, this is what I use in here. Now you may think this is jute twine, but it's not. It's polished hemp cord. The reason I like this is this stuff frays out very, very fibrous, and it's a very fine fiber. And I don't know if I can get this to fray out here for you, just to give you an idea of how fibrous it is. But this stuff catches fire like no tomorrow. I think it's a little bit better than the jute twine. And the bigger the piece you have, you can see there how fibrous this is, but it just catches on fire really quick. And the bigger of a piece you have, and the more you work it, just the more fibrous it'll get, and it burns quick. I like it. Now, right here, these little gadgets, these are some Q-tips that have been dipped in Vaseline and then stuffed into the end of a straw, just a small straw. And you can pull them right out, catch them on fire, and they burn quite well. I just used the straw to keep the Vaseline from getting all over the place. Now for those really difficult situations where things just are really wet and not burning, there is hand sanitizer inside of these two little straws here. When you're doing the hand sanitizer and you're sealing up the ends, make sure you're doing it in a place where you've got something you can drop these in case they catch on fire. Hand sanitizer is extremely flammable, and you want to be able to extinguish these if they catch on fire when you're sealing them up. I just melt the ends, crimp it with a pair of pliers, squeeze them, make sure there's nothing coming out of either end, and then they're sealed up and good to go. Now I also carry some of those storm-proof matches. These things will burn underwater. Drop them in a mud puddle while they're lit, they'll still go. There's a video on these if you want to check them out, but very, very handy thing to have in your kit. And they're just wrapped with some duct tape, and we all know that duct tape can be used to assist in starting a fire as well, because it will burn quite well. So just a little wrap of duct tape holding them together. Then I have some waterproof matches here, and again, there's 10 of these. They're just wrapped up in some duct tape, but this can also assist me in starting a fire. Okay, now these, you've all seen them over at Josh's Frog Tech Gear Sanctuary. These are his field candles, and I've taken this to what I call the next level. I take the main cotton ball that is saturated in the wax, and the paraffin wax, and I take a half a cotton ball and lay it down, and I set the saturated cotton ball on top of it. This gives me a really nice fluffy bottom piece. As I set this down, I strike this with a ferro rod or a match or whatever. It catches on fire, starts burning the field candle, and I get a really nice flame, real easy, real quick, and this burns for quite a while. And I carry 3 of those in here. Yeah, you can bust these open. I find that they tend to be really saturated with the wax, and if you have a good fire source, they start really easy. But this way, with the extra cotton just loosely on the end, on the bottom of them, they burn real fast, real quick, and or catch real fast and real quick. And then the last thing I have in here is, this is a ferro rod that I made myself, and I made this for my hand, so my finger sits under in that nice little finger choil there. The thumb fits in the indentation. I get a really nice grip on it, and I took a piece of carbon steel saw blade, and with the tooth side, and I don't know if this is going to show up very well or not, but you get a really nice spark with this. Works real well. I've saturated this thing with water, and with the sawtooth design on here, you still get a spark even when this is really wet. So even saturated, I'm going to get a good spark, and it's because of the sawtooth design. You can get a spark with the back of the blade. It's not as easy, but this is a ferro rod and striker that I made. I may be putting these on an Etsy store at some point with some other things that I've made. I'm not real sure, but for right now, this is the ferro rod. And in this foil pack right here, oh, and just so you know, this little spot that you see right here, this is a striker that's attached to the top of the container, and that's for the waterproof matches, because they do need a striker, and so do the stormproof matches and the waterproof matches. Both need a striker. This is just attached to the top of the container with a piece of 3M double-sided adhesive, as you can see there. That way I can just take off the adhesive in the striker and replace it when it's wore out. Now inside this tin foil, I have a whole bunch and this is packed full. I'm just going to pour a little bit of it out here. But as you can see, this is a whole bunch of very fine curls that I took off some very dry pine. And now this catches fire very easy. So if I dump this whole pack out, or even half of this out, with my cotton balls and then some larger pieces of kindling or smalls to take and get a nice fire going, I can do that. But this is the little kit that I have put together just to help me get a fire going in those situations where it's not quite as easy. This works very, very well. And like I said, I've added this kit to all of my kits just because it's really convenient. It gives me all the necessary things I need to start a fire in whatever condition that I happen to be in. So this is a video response to the Country Prepper for his 500 subscriber giveaway. If you're not subscribed to Country Prepper, I would encourage you to go by, take a look at his channel, see the great content he has. He has a wide range of content on bushcraft and prepping and all that kind of stuff. If you're not subscribed to Country Prepper, follow the link. It's going to be down there in the description, and there's going to be an annotation up here as well. But follow those links. Go check out Country Prepper's channel. If you're not subscribed to him, take a look at what he's got to offer. Awesome channel, just a large variety of content on bushcraft, outdoor stuff, you know, wood hikes, does some reviews on some knives, you know, different kind of lights and stuff. Just a very wide variety of content on his channel. I think there's something there for everyone that's in the prepper and bushcraft type communities, and even some that are not. So take a look at his stuff. If you like it, by all means, sub him up, share it, let him know that, you know, you're there to support him, and just an all-around nice guy. Buddy, I hope that you head on towards the 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 subs, and your channel continues to grow, and I just wish you the best of luck. Awesome achievement of 500 subs. Will you survive whatever comes your way? I sure hope so. This is the Massachusetts Prepper saying, take care. Some future diggings, but you know, they say every cloud has a silver lining, and whoa, wait a minute. I need to bring y'all over here so y'all can take a look at this.